Hi, Chris.
Good morning. How are your first few minutes of waking up?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling well.
Nice. It's it's really nice getting to lead this right now. I notice in the morning um, it brings like a whole new um, like importance to my own practice, which is really neat.
Yeah. And then you have other practice too that you lead?
No, I just mean my own morning practice.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, that's true. I also, in my case, I've been wanting to do meditation and more constant,
Mm-hmm.
2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
So it is like, oh, I want to sleep more.
Yeah.
I feel that, but because we have the class, and I say, okay, let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what. Yeah. There's something there's something really special about the the moment before practicing, that
Mm.
being in a group, um, it really is a great mirror. Like what I'm what I'm noticing is the just like this morning, I got up at 5:58 before my alarm went off and moved through the house quietly, and I shut the windows and uh, moved the table for me to be able to lie on the floor, and I started the hot water heater. Then I went to the bathroom and um, kept the lights turned down low, and and then I waited.
Mm.
I just waited for you to arrive, and I uh, you know finish finish my tea, or just not even going to finish it, just a little bit of it. And it's it's neat to wait, right? Like it's just a special moment to be able to to wake up for something, right? To be here with you, and uh, and to get to practice. And I just it's just really neat. It really makes me notice that, like, this is just the same challenges that you're experiencing, right? With wanting to meditate, right? Like when we do it in a group together for a few days, it just re-inspires us,
Mm. Yeah.
you know?
I like that you said that, that you take the moment to wake up. I also do the same thing. When I wake up, I keep the lights off, I start getting ready. And you know what is? It's just living the moment, the quietness, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 Good morning, Alok. Good morning, Jim.
Morning.
Morning.
So Manuel and I were talking about um, our mornings, our moments before coming in, um, and I maybe we could all just share briefly what it was like for you. But for me, I woke up at like 5:45 and noticed my clock, and then woke up at 5:58 and turned off my alarm before it woke anyone up. And then I scooted out of bed in the dark, and I kept the lights turned down low, and I walked into the kitchen and made some tea, put the hot water heater on, and then I used the bathroom. And then from using the bathroom, I came in here and set up my computer, and then I sat down and shut the windows. And then I just sat on the sofa and waited, and just enjoyed my tea, um, and like while I waited for the hot water heater to finish it, I noticed how my back was feeling, right, and how my body was feeling, and there was something special about practicing in a group, about waiting for you guys to be here. And so what was that? What was your morning like? Like, what did, maybe just briefly, just to connect on this.
I can
All right,
go.
I guess I'll go.
Please, Jeff.
Well, mine was similar to yours, basically. I at this stage in my life, I wake up about 8 or 9 times a night anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I was, Mike got up at 5:15. That woke me up, and then I was awake at 20:06 and 10:06 and 5:06, and then I said, "Oh fuck it," and I got up, and then I had coffee instead of tea, and put the heating pad on my lower back because that always hurts in the morning, and then I guess I kind of waited too. And put down my mat and got everything together, said goodbye to Mike, and said, "Here we go. I'm here."
Beautiful, beautiful. What about you, Alok or Manuel?
I woke up around like 5:43. My alarm sets up at like 6 o'clock, so I stayed in the bed for like 15 minutes before my wait for my alarm. Normally, like my morning is like I wake up with one of the need which I have in my life all like every single day. But before the retreat, I would just stay in the bed like get into the sadness. But after I came back from the retreat, I just remind myself of this Mel Robbins technique 5 4 3 2 1, and I just get up from the bed, not like get deeper into the sadness. So I just woke up like at the six o'clock alarm, and
Beautiful.
made myself this morning thing that I make every day, like a warm water with lemon and honey.
Oh, beautiful.
And yeah, and
Do you
then
ever
I
tried?
Healthy.
was just waiting for the call.
Do you ever try
Yeah.
turmeric and ginger
No,
in that?
no,
Oh,
no.
that's my favorite.
I might try that.
Cool. Yeah. And Manuel, what about you?
Well, for me, I also put my alarm, and then I stay for maybe 5 minutes in bed, but then I wake up and I start getting ready. I like to keep the lights off, and then I put some meditation music just to start getting in the mood. When I'm not in the group, like this week, I do meditations sometimes during the weekend. That's what I do. I usually wake up earlier. And then today I also gonna show you guys. So I light up candle.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah, trying to get in the mood, and I think it's great to hear your shares because it just you know you'll get to here. Yeah, I think it's the ritual for me to just to feel calm
Mhm.
and or the quietness.
Yeah. Yeah, there's something, so I find it so wonderful to hear that too, and to hear your just your descriptions of your mornings, and I want to point something out, and that's that when we wake up, we what I notice in all of our shares is it's almost like we're putting on something, like I'm like putting on my armor for the day, and it almost happens like automatically. Like I've been doing this for 39 years. I've been waking up unconsciously moving through my morning, and I don't I really want to be explicit here that like I don't care about your routine. I care about I care about
Chris, you're frozen, by the way. Your picture is frozen and your sound is distorted.
Oh no. Can you hear me?
That might be me.
Yeah, can you guys hear
Yeah,
me?
for me it was fun. Yeah.
Perfect.
It's
But I can.
frozen.
It was breaking up.
I'm gonna try again. It might be me. Hold on.
Okay. This is nice with a small group.
Yeah. This is beautiful. Like the start your morning with this. This is amazing.
That's what I was saying earlier, look. Okay, so I'll share my favorite tea. It takes too long to make sometimes, so it's some ginger root chopped up, and I don't always take the time to take the skin off because I'm not going to eat it, but I chop it up and grind it and then put some turmeric pills, or like the powder from the turmeric, and then lemon juice on top of it, and then let the lemon juice soak into the ginger and warm up the ginger, and then put some hot water on it. And oh wow, that
sounds interesting. Yep. I'm gonna try that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I think you'll love it. Okay, so here comes Jim. Okay, Jim, so we're gonna get thanks for your patience, guys.
No problem.
So let's just start to actively come into our bodies, right? We're here with each other, so I notice myself, I'm already starting to orbital breathe.
I'm gonna turn off my lights. Would it be possible for us to be off
Yeah,
off
off
off,
screen.
not screen mute
Mm-hmm.
ourselves?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, except you, I guess. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
except you, of course. No, I was saying if we all the participants can be mute.
Yep. Yeah, I can
Yeah, we
mute
can do
everyone.
that.
I'll mute everybody right as we go to lay down.
Is that okay? Is that okay,
Yeah.
Alba? Okay.
Was that an internet
That's a
problem
good
on
idea.
my end?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
It was?
Looks like.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry about that.
It's
I
okay.
think
No
I'm okay
worries.
now.
It's
Okay, so let's all take a soft inhale in our nose, a soup breath, just to open to receive the breath. I'm going to get started here in just a few moments, but before we lost you, what I wanted to point to, and this is something that I want you to notice in meditation training or teaching, is that there's always somebody, the teacher's role is not to tell it's not what our idea of a teacher in our culture today might be. It's a mutual opening, right? Like we're both learning from each other. It's a dance, but the in the yin and the yang, the masculine, the feminine, the cause and effect, there's a pointing. There's a hey, do you notice this? Put your attention here. And then there's an experience of that and a sharing of what that does, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you're in this dance. And what I want to point to this morning is, in your morning, isn't the structure of all of our mornings. It's the way it makes us feel,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's the recognition of the building up, right? Like even here today, I think one of the things that's so special about practicing together is that once I finish preparing to be here with you, I sat right there and just waited, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I could feel the the armor, even if armor is an intense word, and that's exactly what is the thing that stops us from falling down into the ground, right? That from laying and falling onto the earth. And that's what I want you to notice in your practice, is that that's always there. And your when we learn to work through it, to cut through it, right, by finding a practice that allows us to get out of our head or out of that armor and to start to open, we naturally feel more compassionate, more connected, more caring, more creative, and more courageous, more confident. And that's what we're learning to trust, right? We're learning to trust that we can let that armor down. And so I just wanted to point that out, right? Like how big a deal it is to allow that arm, to notice that armor, and how that structure isn't bad, right? It allows us to show up in our life, to move through our life, and to bring our gifts out into the world. But if we're not aware of it, then we might not appreciate this as a tool, right? Like how we fall into the ground. And so just with that, I'm gonna put us all on mute, and I'm just gonna invite us to fall. Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna put everybody on mute, and I want to invite you to just come into the ground, right? To fall down onto the ground. And as you do that, notice how this starts to shift that armor, right? You might be putting the strap around your legs. If you don't have a strap, you might use a belt or a scarf. And just go ahead and start to begin your first round of 12-fold lower belly breathing. I'm already on 4. With each exhale, notice the tension in your shoulders and your back, and allow it to sink down into the ground, just exhaling completely, pulling your belly in. For 6. 5. Squeezing your anal sphincter muscle and your groin and your pelvic girdle, the lower part of your belly. Push all the air out. 3 more. And the final one. And just returning to normal breathing. Now, if it's particularly challenging to get to your meditation cushion, if there's something you're stuck on, or something you're holding on to, or something you're rushing for, these breaths might be more intense. In a way, they might help you to find your way to your cushion. If you're feeling particularly soft and attuned and sensitive, these breaths might be particularly soft and attuned and sensitive. Your inhales might be a little smaller. So in this next round, I invite you to be soft on the beginning of your exhale, and then as you tighten your diaphragm and you push all the air out, notice how much you can let go when you let your belly go, and just feel the sensitivity of that first moment when you open to receive each inhale. And so here we go. We're going to exhale, or inhale, and then exhale. And squeeze your lower belly. Squeeze it. Let it go and feel your body. Feel that softness. Okay, again, exhaling. Squeezing all the air out. And then feel the softness. Again, and coming into a rhythm. Feeling the softness in your lower belly. Okay, 4 more after this one. And final 2. Squeezing at the bottom of your exhale, squeezing it all out. And last one. Returning to normal breathing in your nose and out your mouth, or just in and out of your nose. Okay, and so on this next round, let's bring our awareness into the rhythm. And so when we inhale, we're going to bring our awareness up from the earth into our lower belly. See if we can keep our attention on the lower belly, and at the same time allow our awareness to expand, open, to soften, almost like a lantern consciousness. And then when you get to the top of your inhale, about medium to full in-breath on your lower belly, we're going to bring that awareness, whatever came in, whatever popped up, you're going to bring that back into the lower belly, and you're going to squeeze the lower belly and then allow the awareness to drip down into the earth. On the exhale, as you squeeze the belly, your awareness goes down through your belly, down from the hara into the earth. And then when you release your belly, your awareness and your breathing, you're pulling the breath up from the earth into your lower belly again. And so we have this in and out and in and out. And so here we go. We're going to breathe in. And exhale and start to bring your awareness down into your belly and then down into the earth. And then inhale up from the earth. And then again. Again, exhaling down into the earth. And then inhaling up from the earth. Squeezing your belly on the exhale, squeezing it. About halfway there. Falling down into the ground. Four. Three. Two. 1. Squeeze it out. Okay, beautiful, beautiful practice. And now let's roll over to your side. And come into your meditation cushion. And notice how your awareness starts to go everywhere. You're moving your body. And rather than looking at this as a disturbance, look at this as an opportunity to start to come into your seat, to find your seat. And then once you find your seat, go ahead and just pick it. And then let's start to come into the body. So on your next inhale, we're going to flash. This is called flashing. We're just going to immediately be in the body. And 3, 2, 1. And just start to feel the body. And then full body breathing. On your next inhale, the whole body, every pore of skin on your whole body is breathing. And this might mean you notice yourself slouching. And so you start to correct your posture. And go ahead and bring your energy and awareness down into your left foot. We're going to breathe into our left foot. We've been here before, but it's something to experience every time. What's it feel like in your left foot? It's slowing down to the pace of connection. And then once you can feel something to experience in your left foot, we're going to move up into the ankle. And then into the calf. And then into the knee. And then up into your thigh. And then up into the socket, the hip socket. And then moving across your pelvic girdle. And releasing tension along the way, noticing tension that you're holding on to, and breathing into your pelvic girdle and everything below the waist. Full body breathing, your every pore of skin, your right foot, your left foot, your right leg, your left knee. Now coming up to your lower belly. And then your lower back. You might notice the sense of wanting to have your head rise, your upper belly, then moving through to your mid-back. Then coming up to your sternum. And then your lower shoulder blades. Behind your heart. And then your heart space in the top of your chest. And the tops of your shoulders on your back. And then maybe you notice that you're holding some tension in your left butt cheek. Maybe you notice some pain underneath your left shoulder blade, inside your armpit. It's okay. You can move around your body. We're going to come back to our next stage. We're going to come over to the left shoulder blade. We're going to start to move down our left arm. Feeling and breathing into the left tricep. Then your left elbow. With each exhale, releasing tension in your body. And then your left forearm. And then the palm of your hand. Notice how much energy, how alive your body is. Your body is teeming with life. And then breathing into your right hand and your right arm, allowing your whole front of your body, the whole energy circle from your left arm to your right arm to turn on. Everything from the shoulders and the neck down. Letting go of tension and coming into the body, full body breathing. I'm going to come up to the front of your neck. I'm going to breathe into the front of our neck. Then as you do that, come into the back of your neck and open the back of your neck. And then come into your jaw. And your lips. And your tongue. Exhaling your tension around your eyes, your forehead, and then coming into your brain. How does your brain feel? And the soft palate at the bump of your head, bump. And then coming down your back line, down through your back, behind your neck, behind your heart, feeling into your back line, Noticing tension along the way, coming down behind your lungs, behind your sternum, behind the top of your belly, behind your belly button, down into your tailbone, down into your root or your hara, the space down in your lower belly. And so today we're going to spend special attention on this third step. So we came into, found our seat, then we came into the body. And notice what it's like to be in your body now. Notice the aliveness of being in your body. Now we're going to start to open up this space in the lower belly. It's about the size of an egg. It's called your hara or your dantian or your root. So I want you to start to softly exhale and pull your belly in, and then let it go. There's a dark, vibrant, open space behind your anal sphincter muscle, behind your belly button, behind your groin. Deep in your lower belly, and we're going to start to breathe into that space. We're going to expand that space down into the ground. And so go ahead and feel into the ground, right where it's touching, where it's physically touching your taint. We're going to breathe down for 12. Maybe it's just a centimeter. 11. Right down into the ground. 9. So we're actively pushing our breath on the inhale down into the ground. 8. Notice how this changes the quality of your body. Your lower body. It's as if you're becoming a part of the earth when you do this. 6. Okay, so now we're going to let it expand beyond our barriers of our mind. 'So go ahead and go 6 feet down on your next inhale. Push your awareness 6 feet down. Okay, now we're going to push our awareness 20 feet down. Feel it. Feel it. I'm going to do 200 feet. Just go 200 feet. Okay, now we're going to go a mile down into the earth. Now we're going to go to the center of the earth. And now let go of any measurements of any kind and just breathe down into the earth. And breathe down right into the seat beneath you. And go ahead and finish your earth descent practice. Just come back into your body and check in with your body. Now I want to cut through the cognitive distortion. I want to appreciate for just a moment this practice. We are sitting on top of the earth, spinning in this ecosystem. And the earth is this massive structure. And the space inside of our belly is not separate from the space outside of our belly. And yet our nervous system picks up this protective layer in order to build structure and to keep us safe and to help us move through the world. And you just found your seat on the earth, and then we came into our body, we came through that protective layer. And then we intentionally opened up our lower belly and we breathed through that layer down into the earth. And as we do that, we come to directly feel how deep our connection is with Mother Earth. It's safe. It's a womb. We're connected to it in some way. And we just did our work. We did a physical practice to feel it. And so just relax into that. And now we get to breathe up from that well, from that connection into our lower belly. And then we get to open up our central channel. And as we do this, our ears will come over our shoulders, our chin will come down, and there is a steady upward flow of energy coming up from the earth into the lower belly, and then opening the central channel. And so here, let's begin. Let's now exhale down into the earth, pulling your belly in, slightly pulling it in, and then inhale up softly into your lower belly. Again. And allow your body to open. Starting to open up that tube of energy in your lower belly. When you start to feel some aliveness, like a flame building up in your lower belly, I want you to start to open up that tube and start to allow it to come up about 1 or 2 or 3 inches at a time. Exhaling down into the earth, up into the lower belly, and then opening up that tube of energy behind your belly button, along your backbone, behind your sternum, behind your heart, pausing along the way. Passing by the heart, between your shoulder blades. Just pausing at the base of your neck. And if you space out along the way, if you feel like you've lost it, go ahead and just come back down into your belly. Start to rebuild that tube of energy. This is your tube. This is your central channel. No one can tell you what you're feeling. And the space inside the belly is immaculate, it's open, it's vibrant, and it's teeming with life. And it moves upward. It's moving up this tube, and it's coming up past the belly button, past the heart, past the lungs, up into your shoulders and behind your neck, behind the soft palate, into the bump of the back of your head. Then go ahead and allow your chin to drop ever so slightly. Allow your ears to come over your shoulders. Now let's go ahead and rebuild. Just check in with that tube of energy. So here we are on our third day of practice. And we paid special attention to our earth descent. And that energy from the earth, we've learned to open it and to allow it to come up into our bellies. And then up into the central channel. And this is what we mean when we say something is coming up for me or something is coming up for you. What we deep down know is that this energy is constantly moving up. And we are doing our work to allow all of the protective barriers, all of the stuff that gets in the way of allowing that energy to flow. And it's always in the form of tension. And so relax your consciousness down into the belly, down into your seat, and give yourself thanks for showing up today. If you want to take a moment to do a couple of advanced techniques to shift your posture, you can. That's where we ever so slightly move forward and ever so slightly move back and feel your connection with your center line. And then come into the center whenever you find it. And just relax into that center, and then you can lean to the left ever so slightly. And then come back past the center to the right. And then relax into that center line. Notice how alive the body is. Notice how dignified your posture is. You're not stiff, you're not proud. This isn't forced. Dignified, open, free, sensitive, deeply compassionate. And when you're ready, feel free to open your eyes, come back into the space. Beautiful. Beautiful practice, gentlemen. Would anyone like to share? I would like to say before I leave this state, may your practice continue for the good of everyone and everything, and may you get what you're looking for. If any of you have to go, I understand.
Yeah, I have to be somewhere, so I'm going to ring off. But
Okay.
I'll see you all in the morning.
Bye,
Have a
Jim.
great day, everybody.
Have a great day. Does anyone have a challenging time with the Earth descent? Alok, you're on mute. You're on mute.
Sorry.
I have a
Yeah. Go ahead, Manu, please.
I was distracted a little bit at the beginning. There is like I can imagine this like a two set of something. The me wanting to get in touch with me, and then my thoughts or that are distracting here. So it's like a fight.
A fight. Do you ever notice tension in the body when that fight happens?
Yes, here.
Mhm.
Then another thing that I experienced today. Well, today the whole practice has been emotional to me.
Okay.
It started when I was reading on my back, reading my back, and passed through my heart, and I felt a pain, physical pain, going from here to here, and made me cough. Like I was choking. That was very emotional, but what I noticed is it wasn't, a thing on my mind like, oh, I'm reading, but it was more like feeling conscious about what that I was going here, and I think that's what I noticed, that usually my attention is here in this area of my emotions. um, I want you guys.
So, Manuel, something I notice. Do do you do you do you ever give yourself permission to just look at the emotions as sensations in your body? Like because what I notice is when there's an emotional eruption, that's exactly what it does. Like it sends me out, right? Like it sends my awareness out, and then I put meaning on it, or um, or I think about it, and the path back in, is to just be like, okay, I'm identifying with this in some way, and so how can I look at this as a sensation, right? Like if I'm having a headache, um, like to be honest, one of the best ways I've actually gotten to play with this is because of a hangover, right? Like I'm older now, so if I've drank alcohol, right, and I still sit, I'll I'll feel my brain or I'll feel my body, and then I'll notice judgment, right, and shame, and or anger, right, and then instead of, if I judge it, it becomes a story and all this stuff. But if I am like, oh wait, but I'm actually feeling my body right now. Let myself feel this, right? One other way to look at it is you're actually more able to feel parts of your body because of these emotions, right? Like in a way that if there was no emotional tension there, you wouldn't feel it, right? And that's what the somatic teachers mean by getting into it, going into it. So I don't know if that's helpful.
It's very helpful. Yeah, I'm realizing that not always, but I feel it, and then I directly start making an explanation.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel this because of something that I'm dealing with. Like
Yeah.
so, but what I'm hearing is that I just can let the sensation be feel in my body and not necessarily labeling. Because then what it make me when I label it, then I start thinking and creating stories.
Yeah.
Might be true, these stories, or might not. But
Yeah.
if I do that, what you're saying, just live with the sensation, see what happens.
Yeah. And that's exactly it. And then something you might not see because you're meditating with me is that I'm not still. I'm right? Like my body is moving, right? Like if there's an emotional eruption and then and the exhale and the earth descent, the reason, one of the main utilitarian parts of the earth descent is I'm allowing tension to drip down into the ground, right? Because it needs to go somewhere,
Mm.
right?
Right.
And yeah. What about you,
Well,
Alok? Oh, or go ahead, Manu.
down into the ground.
Yeah. Yeah.
For me, I guess I the distraction was there, like kept coming back, and like when we came back to the like meditation question, I feel like I felt that yesterday as well, but today it was a little bit tougher for me because I start feeling a lot of pain in my lower back. I already have like lower back issues, but it just doesn't stay in the lower back, it goes up. And uh, and that created a lot of distraction while doing the practice.
Mm-hmm.
And like at one certain point, I had to like, just live with it. And now it's gone. It just stays for like, it was there yesterday as well for like few minutes. And like the moment I stop doing that, it's gone. I have no pain right
Mm-hmm.
now. But during that breathing, it just creates this like vertical in the center.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what is that, where it is coming from, but yeah. And that was
Yeah.
very distracting. And then to like alleviate that pain, I would like my mind would go into certain directions. Then I had to keep pulling it back.
Yeah. Yeah. Pain is I want to be really caring here and compassionate that I don't, in my own experience, I don't know if I've experienced the kind of pain that some people have experienced. But I do notice that as my practice matures and I get older, like my body hurts. Like,
Yeah.
right? Like sometimes it's hard for me to put my socks on. Right.
Right.
Right. And, but I really don't want to judge that pain. I want to make sure that there's, when we work with the body, we're working with everything. Right.
Everything. Right.
And it's absolutely unbelievable, right? Like our belief systems can't, right? Because I could say it's because of a hard workout, or we could say it's because you're not working out enough, or we could say that something's
Definitely.
wrong, or we could say something's right, right?
Right.
Like,
Yeah. Definitely.
yeah,
Definitely.
right. And so I think the thing that makes me smile and the thing that brings life into this for me is in you noticing the difference between yesterday and
Yeah.
today. Yeah, right.
Right.
You're like feeling your body. and then it changed,
Yes.
right? And it's just like, yeah, like you're getting it, man. Like, right? Like keep going, keep going.
Definitely. And then the best part was when I'm noticing that and my mind is going into like 100 directions, I know that I can bring it back in the moment. And that was like, and I love that part for myself that, all right, so I do have a little bit of understanding and control, like where like my thoughts are going. So
Yeah.
that was good. Yeah.
My last thing is, since we're on our third day, is have you guys noticed that like we do the same
Yes.
pattern? Are you
Yes.
are you are you falling in love with that at all? Like, oh, like something got in the way, but okay, now we're going to go into the shoulders, right?
Yes. Yes.
That's what we're learning here, right? How to build the posture
Right.
of pure awareness. Building the
Right.
posture is the practice, right? And then something to experience is happening inside of it. And that's what's always different. But the more you learn how to build the posture and to do the practice, the more you have a direct experience of something to experience. And that's what we can't label, right? That's that awakening.
Definitely.
That's the opening. And so my intention here is to share the practice, my practice and the posture as I build it. And I hope that you make it into your own, right? Like really, really,
Definitely.
right? Like steal it.
That's the idea. Yeah. Already doing
Yeah,
that.
great, great.
You know
Awesome.
what is when you say that, like when we do this, the same pattern every day, I noticed the difference when you just mentioned it. Like the first day, it was unfamiliar to me. Of course, it was the first time doing this in this practice. And today I felt more, I felt familiar with this.
Yeah,
Going from
yeah,
that's very,
That's
yeah.
that.
yeah. So that's called interoception. Feeling into the body is called interoception. And if you can feel here and you can feel here, but you can't feel here, the more you start to make the connection, your visualization sense will start to open the feeling sense in the body, right? And that's one of the gifts of pain, right? Is if we have pain somewhere, we might only focus on the pain, and so everything around it is numb. But as we start
Right.
to open the pain, we start to feel a lot more than someone who doesn't have a trauma, right? And that's kind of one of the gifts of trauma, the gifts of healing, right? Is you're
That's
actually
good.
able to feel, right? And that's, I'm going to send you guys a video to watch. It's about 10 minutes long, and it's called the handshake practice. And I'll send it to you guys today, okay? And just watch
Sounds
it.
good.
And it's a monk talking about going in and coming out and going in and going out. And it's what we're doing here. So
Cool.
okay.
Yeah, you shared that last week. I still have to
Oh,
watch that.
okay. Oh,
Yeah.
you haven't
Yeah.
watched it?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I haven't finished it. I started watching and
Okay.
yeah, I haven't finished it. Hopefully this week.
Okay. Well, it's only the beginning that really, but yeah, cool.
Okay.
All right, guys. Have a good day.
Thank you,
Bye.
Chris. Thank you, man.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good day.
Good day.